interesting after all. Today, my name is Wahab Baramasi, and today I will be serving as the SAA for this interesting, this very interesting after work session. We have our Division G hosting us today, so we are looking forward to a lot of interesting things ahead. To set the tone, first of all, I would just give the ground rules. So as you know, we love communication at Toastmasters. So even though you might not be speaking, we would love for you to turn on your camera so that we can see your facial expressions, which is more non-verbal communication. We would really love to see that. Beyond that, we would also love if you are not speaking, you make sure your mic is muted. And if you do want to speak, please raise up your hands. We have the backgrounds shared already. So if your video is on, we would appreciate for uniformity, you use the background as you can see behind me. Okay. Because we have an exciting session and I do not want to waste any more time, I will go ahead and introduce the person who would usher us into this program before it goes ahead to proceed. I have an incredible honor of introducing this individual again. I have introduced him before in this gathering, but I would love to, or I am grateful that I have the opportunity to introduce this individual again. Please just give me 1 second while I make sure that he is in the room. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so it is my pleasure to introduce again the chairman of the Toastmaster Leadership Institute, Chairman DTM Hassan Hamadu. He's an exemplary leader and an accomplished Toastmaster and a mentor whose dedication, leadership, and development, whose dedication to leadership and development, excellence continues to inspire members across District 130. He's a humanitarian professional and a member of the Sankore TMC Naomi Online, Aura, and Siawara Toastmasters clubs. His favorite quote is, "Life is a challenge to be met, a happiness to be earned, and an adventure to be embraced." Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a warm welcome with your emojis. Please let me see your emojis come through as we welcome to the virtual lectern, distinguished Toastmaster Hassan Hamadu. The floor is yours, sir.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Wahab Badamosi. I'll be standing in for the CLI chairman today. My name is Toastmaster Fumi Omotosho, DTM. Thank you, Toastmaster Wahab, for setting us up on a beautiful note. Thank you for the warmth of your calling the meeting to order. It is the leadership guru Simon Sinek that said, leadership is not about being in charge, but it's about taking care of those who are in charge. And that is one of the reasons why we have the after work set up by the Toastmaster International, so that we can have a relaxed and powerful atmosphere to connect with one another, to learn, to unwild, to build relationships beyond the formal club meeting or beyond the formal club environment. And I would like to warmly welcome everyone to this evening session that is being hosted by Division G. G for greatness, G for goodness, G for godliness. Wow. Wow, 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 Division G. So, like every Toastmasters club or every Toastmasters meeting, we have a leader an audacious, articulate fellow who serves as the Toastmaster of the day, or the Master of Ceremonies, or the moderator, and who is going to play this role tonight. This gentleman I met in Gabon when we went to Gabon, and is one of the Toastmasters that his name stuck. We built a relationship, and I still enjoyed that relationship. He is an architect and the president of Burial Toastmasters Club. His favorite quote is "Leave people better than you found them." Professionally, is the head of operations at a dynamic real estate company in Abuja. His hobbies are reading, traveling, and service to humanity. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for the Master of Ceremonies today, an intelligent, diligent, dynamic Toastmaster, Toastmaster Tijani Ibrahim.
Well, yeah, with the numbers that they have, the squad and the depth, it certainly work for you.
Well, thank you very much for that warm welcome, DT and Fumi. Distinguished leaders, district leaders, division leaders, area leaders, club leaders, fellow Toastmasters, good evening. As one of my
Jolly good
cherished
evening.
mentors say, as one of my cherished mentors say, and I quote, Toastmasters works if and only if you work it. And this means that the more you give to Toastmasters, the more Toastmasters gives to you. Tonight, we are here to discuss on a very important subject that is very critical in Toastmasters International. We all know that as members of Toastmasters, we are nurtured in our respective clubs. And club membership is more than just number of its members. Every member who joins a club comes with a particular skill or something to contribute to that club. And together as members, we join to become a better speaker, better leaders, and build confidence for the club and the community at large. But then, getting members in a club is just only the beginning of a club quest. The real quest for club growth and leadership is the challenge in getting those members stay in that particular club, participate actively, contribute, and continue seeing value in their membership. And this brings us to tonight's topic, ladies and gentlemen, membership renewals, the practical strategies to engage and retain members. This topic is particularly timely because we are in our next renewal season. Tonight, we will explore those practical strategies that creates the value and strengthens engagement in our respective clubs so that members are kept and members don't feel like leaving those clubs. And I'm hopeful that by the end of this session, all of us that are here present will take away valuable insights and the soft skills that are required to make sure that they implement in their respective clubs, especially our club leaders that are here present. Thank you very much. Now, with that, I want us to listen effectively, reflect, and think about each member of our club, and let's see how we're going to, by the end of this meeting, contribute to transformation of our individual clubs. With that, let's get into tonight's conversation. But before then, I would like to call on the Division G director to set the stage for tonight's conversation. Our division director, ladies and gentlemen, kindly permit me, let me confirm if our division director is here present.
Yes, Mr. Didi is here.
Okay, thank you very much. Our division director is a distinguished Toastmaster, an economic data scientist, a researcher, an author, and leadership advocate. He works in the international development and digital economy space. A distinguished Toastmaster he is. He currently serves as the Division G Director, District 130. His leadership theme is growing through value. He is passionate about leadership, data knowledge, and creating meaningful impact. He believes that leadership is measured not by the position we hold, but by the value we create in the lives of others. Ladies and gentlemen, Toastmasters, please join me as I welcome to the virtual lectern, distinguished Toastmaster, Sadiq Mansour. Please, with a sounding applause, let's welcome him on the lectern, please. Thank you. DTM Sadiq, over to you.
Thank you, our coordinator, the moderator, Toastmaster Tijani, for the warm introduction. Good evening, fellow leaders, Toastmasters on the call. I hope we all had a great day. On behalf of Division G, we want to welcome you to this after work hour, and we are happy to have everyone on the call. I think now, when we started, I think when they opened the meeting, we had about, 10? And with time, we had to reach out to our members. And currently, we have 33 on the call, and which means that we are all eager to learn. We all want to learn. And it is very interesting that the theme of the after work for today is about renewal and to share practical strategies on how we can continue our leadership and public speaking journey in Toastmasters. We are happy to be hosting this, particularly at this important time that we are going towards the renewal cycle in Toastmasters. So to join my team and all members of Toastmasters on the call and members of Division G, we want to thank you for making this section being hosted by Division G. I would like us to please pay attention, take notes where necessary, and ensure that some of the knowledge that we gain here today, we put it into practice. As we all know in Division G, our theme is growing through value. And how do we grow through value if we are not members of Toastmasters International? There are over 200 skills, competencies that you will gain, and you have to continue to renew and to be a worthy member of Division G and Toastmasters International as a whole. With that being said, I'd like to thank you all for joining. If you have your members that have not joined us, please try to invite them, because I know that this section promises to be quite interesting and very educative. With that, I'd like to thank you for joining us, and we're happy to be here to host this important after work. Please, let's make welcome back Toastmaster Tijani Ibrahim, our moderator. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, our division director, for that warm remark. Please, let's get busy with our emojis. Please, let's give our division director some emojis. Thank you. I want to see the energies in those emojis, please. Let's throw them out. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so now it's time to move into the main conversation of the evening. The conversation revolving around practical strategies to engage and retain our members. But then, sometimes the best way to understand and learn strategies is through shared experiences. Who will agree with me? Through shared experiences. As Toastmasters say, we learn by doing. So on this curated session, we're going to learn through strategies that are being shared by those that have experienced a part of membership retention and growth. And that is the session we're going to enter right now. We're going to have testimonial being shared by one of our leaders. Tonight we have a member volunteering to share her experience with us on this particular field. This member is a chartered accountant and a mother of 4. She joined Toastmasters International in November 2020. That is 6 years now. Area 40 Director and immediate past President of Eagle Toastmasters Club. She is inspired by Maya Angelou's quote on the lasting impact of how we make people feel. She enjoys reading major news headlines and watching reality TV. Toastmasters and guests, ladies and gentlemen, with a resounding and vibrating applause, please join me as I welcome to our virtual lectern Toastmaster Joy Ojakovu. Toastmaster.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Absolutely.
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you.
And we can see you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you very kindly for the warmth of your introduction. It is well appreciated. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing strategies used by Eagles Toastmasters Club during the renewal season, right? I don't have any presentation, so it'll just be a talk through. I hope it's okay. Thank you. Okay, for us at Eagle Toastmasters Club, membership is actually not a problem. We have the membership. And the reason why that is because of the ambience of our location. As you all know, our meeting venue is Eco Hotels, and that's where you have the creme de la creme, of Nigeria. When they come to Lagos, that is their destination. So you get people who come in, and when they come in, the meeting experience is impeccable. I can assure you of that. The Toastmaster of the day, the general evaluator, the grammarian, those are three roles that make the club tick, because the people who play those roles, they do it with poise, with panache, and with polish. And that is what endears people. So when they come and they see the quality of the role players, the quality of the speeches, and the quality of the meeting environment, they stay. But after staying, there is now a renewal season, and that is when collaboration comes in. During my tenure, I would say I had a fantastic, amazing team. Collaboration, commitment was number one. And we had this strategy of ensuring that all members of the ESCO pay. And in the ESCO, we have 2 members, at times 3, playing a role. So the VP, you have VP 1 and 2, treasurer, VPM. When all those people pay, that's almost half the work gone. And then something happened, especially the second renewal season. I got a call from the DD. I said, there is a chance that you will be the first club to be Smedley distinguished. And I said, what do we need? And he told me, and I got to work. Just a post on our ESCO WhatsApp page. I said, we need this number of people so that we can get Smedley distinguished and the first in the division. And do you know what? All members of the ESCO, they came together. We all came together. We looked at the number that we would need, and we split them amongst ourselves. You talk to ABC, you talk to 1, 2, 3. And within a space of a few days, we had everybody who committed to make their payment, they had paid and they had registered. That is true collaboration. So that was one of the strategies that we used. In addition to that, we had part payment where people can pay for 6 months. Previously, because we're a premier club, we didn't take part payment. If you're paying, you pay for 1 year. But we then had to re-strategize and ensure that people who want to pay, they can pay for 6 months because of the exchange differences and the rise in the exchange rate. In addition to that, the treasurer also kept good records, and it is not when renewal is due that we interact. Interaction with members is continuous. Members know when they need to pay, and you are not just reaching out to them when it is time to pay. Messages are sent to tell them your fees will be due at a particular time. Ensure you make your payments. And when I, as the president, that's why I also knew that the president has a lot of powers, a lot of clout. I reach out to the members and say, your president is calling on you. You need to make sure that you renew. And they say, yes, Madam President. So that's just so that's interaction, collaboration. It's not just when you want to renew that you reach out to them, you call them, ask questions, encourage them to speak, to, just really ask about their welfare aside from reaching out when it comes to the renewal season. And what else? So many other strategies. Another strategy that we used was, I've talked about the part payment. That was it. I also talked about collaboration, the members of the ESCO reaching out individually amongst us to follow up with members. And the meeting experience, that is a priority. When members come and they see the meeting experience, they experience the meeting, they really want to be a part of the club. We also have our past presidents coming to play roles in our meeting. They are always there supporting, making sure that that quality of meetings is experienced and is achieved. Those are some of the things that we do, that we did at Eagle Toastmasters Club. In addition to all the other things that Toastmasters was recommended that we do, we ensure that we follow up, we ensure that we keep track. And the club success plan is also what we use. It's the tool that we use to ensure that members are always engaged in the club, so that they are speaking, they are getting value, because people will only pay when they see value. When you can get a club where 5, 6 people are finishing level 1, it means that they are really seeing value in the experiences that they get, the relationships, the network. They all contribute to the total meeting experience and helps us in the renewal of members during any renewal season. Those are some of the strategies, and I'm open to further questions in the event I haven't mentioned any. I'm sure when you ask questions, it may joggle my memory again to give you some other strategies that we employed. So recognition is one of it. When people know that, oh, we're going to be smartly distinguished, everybody came up to it. So that recognition that we all are looking forward to, we are all committed towards, also helped us to achieve the renewals of almost 80% of our members. I see somebody raising a hand. You have a question or you have
No,
a
that's the timer.
comment?
That's the timer.
I
Oh,
think
that's
that's
the
the
timer.
timer. Oh, try to tell you that it's time.
Oh,
It's
sorry. I
time to
thought it was a question the person wanted to ask. I apologize. I
the
didn't know.
Q&A session.
Sorry.
We'll ask questions then. Thank you very much. Madam,
Okay,
Mr. Moderator, back to you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Wow. What insights we have here. We have the part payment as one of the key strategies. And we have the second strategy, which is club executive council members to reach out and collaborate with the members, being there for them, serve them, those members, not only at times when they need them, but always being there for the members. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Joy, for those insights. Please, let's give her emojis. Let's throw in emojis to appreciate our speaker. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. So now we have heard from a member's experience, and now we move to the practical strategies. Now the question is, how do we create value, and how do we give them reasons to stay? Now this is a deep conversation. This session is going to last for 30 minutes because we're going to have an entire presentation on this particular topic for this evening. We're going to call our speaker to give us and handle this session. Then swiftly after, we're going to have the Q&A session. So I want us all to prepare for the Q&A during the speech. So if you have a question, you can kindly just jot it down so that we can attend to it during the question and answer session. So our speaker is a leadership advocate, a financial consultant, and a customer service specialist. with over 20 years of professional experience. Since joining Toastmasters in 2019, our speaker has served in several leadership roles at club level, at the area level, at the division level, and the district levels. She currently serves as the chair of the Education and Training Committee for District 130, where she supports the development of leaders and the delivery of quality learning experience across the district. She believes that leadership is not found in a crown, but in selfless service and the ability to positively influence others. Her leadership journey is guided by the enduring values of faith, hope, and love. She is a member of Uyo's Premier Speakers and Regal Toastmasters Club. Her favorite quote reflects her approach to life and leadership, which is, "If it is to be, it is up to me," by William H. Johnson. Please, with a resounding applause, ladies and gentlemen, Toastmasters, kindly join me as I welcome to the virtual lectern our speaker for this evening, distinguished Toastmaster Nduke.
Thank
Nduke
you, Mr. Moderator. I can help you with the surname. You played safe there.
I'm afraid of pronouncing the surname wrongly.
That's fine. That's fine. No worries.
Yeah, thank you.
Evening, Toastmasters and leaders and fellow Toastmasters. Good evening. I hope our day was fruitful. It's not yet over because we have a game to play together. What is that game? The game of membership retention. Dear leaders, I'll ask 2 questions. I reserve the right to answer the first one for you, and you would answer the second in the chat room. Are we all going to renew our dues? I'll answer that one. A big yes. Why would you renew your dues? Please let's go to the chat room. I want to hear your why. Why would you renew your dues? Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's use the chat room. We're 40 on the call. Let's see how we get to this answer. Why would you renew your dues? You can use one word to answer that. I can see the value. Fantastic. DTM, Isa. To continue my leadership journey. Fantastic. Let's go. Let's go. Continuity. Thank you. No other option. Interesting. Why would you renew your dues? Okay. I know that we all have answers, personal development. I love that. We all have reasons to renew our dues. Fantastic. I hope we're not just leaders on the club leaders and other leaders on the call. Please feel free to invite members of your club to hear this. So we hear together, we collaborate together and do this together. We can even extract our commitment in this session. We'll do it all together. Toastmasters, it's been a journey and it's been an interesting one. I love when someone said, because of the value she takes from Toastmasters, she would want to renew again and again. You already know who I am in Toastmasters. I've gone through the ranks and I'm enjoying the aspect of serving in Toastmasters. And that has exposed me to topics like this, membership renewal, which I am really passionate about. Little wonder DTM Fumi thought it would be wise for me to facilitate this session because I know every other person has something to say and teach on membership renewals. What would happen at the end of this session? We're looking to ensure that our clubs anticipate renewals and our membership retention is improved. Then our membership attrition would be reduced. That is why we are going through this session. I want you to remember something. When you joined Toastmasters as a leader, you heard about moments of truth. Did you ever throw that away? I'm sure you didn't, because every aspect of this topic resonates around moments of truth. You heard the testimony. The testimony has already summarized this session. The ambience, that first impression the members got in whatever form. Those members' recognition, the little things you did, recognizing your members, taking on those members, wanting them to feel like they are valued. We went a long way. You can go over and again. We would hear that more in the session. So what's that practical pathway I wish every club would imbibe going forward? I'm sure we've been doing it already, but now we're bringing it in the book form. This is what we have been doing. So let's enforce this again. Let's strengthen our act as we go through. So here we are, practical renewal pathway for every club. What do? I had it arranged in 4 steps. You start by anticipating, you engage. Excuse me. You anticipate, you engage, you retain, and you renew. How do we do this? I want to take you through a journey. Visualize yourself at your club. I asked the question, why would you renew? So now, create a mental picture. Those members in your club. Do you imagine one person that might not renew come September 30th? Do you imagine one person that might not renew? If you do, keep it somewhere. We would play through that again and again. But I want you to know that when it comes to this training, it's not just about renewal. We're looking at retaining our members. Renewal is the outcome, but how do we retain our members? You know, that retention is what we do before the deadline. Remember the testimony from Toastmaster Joy? It came before the payment. What are those things, those strategies that they carried out? She talked about collaboration. She even talked about how they created a payment plan for their members. She talked about even working with past leaders, ensuring that they are part of the whole process in the club. So why am I putting this question forward? I don't want you to wait for September 30th to discover that person. I want you to picture that person so we start to work. We get to work and achieve what we wish to achieve. You drove by the traffic light today. You saw the lights green, amber, red. Those days my children would say green means go, amber means get ready, and red means stop. What do these colors of the traffic lights mean to us in this session? The first strategy, practical strategy I put up was anticipate. Do you know your position in your respective clubs? So I'm not talking just to the president. I'm not just talking to the vice president education. I'm not just talking to one person. It's a collective responsibility. President alone, she told us they collaborated. President can't do it alone. Vice President membership can't do it alone. We'll work together. Our past leaders, our future leaders who are just members in the club today, will work together to achieve this. So, leaders, your respective clubs, you have 25 members for the ones that achieve president distinguished. You have 25 members at least in your club. Those 25 members, can you classify them into the 3 groups? If you have green, that means those are the people that are likely to renew. Do you know them? Can you classify them mentally? Even if you want to keep a sheet of paper and start putting it down as an exercise. How about those ones that are in the amber zone? They are at risk of not renewing. You might say they are undecided. Can you classify your members now? And then are there people that you can already say this one is not likely to renew? There would be a retention risk if you don't know where each member stands in the classification. So if you're able to classify, then we have identified the issue. We're able to work from knowing our position. We would move. I talked about the amber zone being the risky zone. What are those early warning signals you want to watch in your respective clubs? Imagine that member, she would come early. She would even help the sergeant at arms to set up the meeting venue. She would stand up and use her phone to cover some moments, join the VPR team. She wants to do everything. The next moment, you're not seeing her show up every time. She chooses when to come for meetings. You know, before now, she would take on her role. She was speaking from level 1. For the project in level 1, she could go through, finish level 2, and all of a sudden, you don't feel her. Even when she's delivering speeches, whenever she does, you can't feel the quality of her delivery. She's not taking on meeting roles again. She's now stalled in her education progress. That is the amber zone. Even in the club WhatsApp group, you realize that the person is not mixing up. The person is not responding. You know, you throw teasers in the club groups and you see people respond and she's all quiet. Are you watching those signals? What are you doing with it, club leaders? That is the amber zone we need to watch so that we don't find ourselves losing members that should pay at the end of the session when they're expected to pay. You see some people, they start making complaints. They say, this person didn't recognize me in the meeting. This person didn't do this. This person didn't do this. You know, are you watching those aspects so that you direct your follow-up right? You don't need to wait for the payment, non-payment to know that something is wrong. That's where you start intervening because you've been able to anticipate. You have classified those members, you have seen such members, and you want to follow up with them and bring them up to the green zone. What do you do at that point? You have anticipated, you've identified the different classes where these members fall. You want to engage them with the right conversation. You're not going to call me up and tell me my dues are due, okay? That's not what is expected. Don't tell me you need to pay your dues. But how about you asking me about my membership experience? How about you asking me if my why has been met? Why did I join Toastmasters? Has that why been met? If I have met my goals, remember the first impressions, the moment of truth, there's a part that says membership orientation. Have you met the reason that person joined Toastmasters? Can you even ask me what I want to see, what growth I want to see in the next 6 months in my Toastmasters journey? The right engagement will go a long way. Why don't you even check on me? Just not because you want to ask for dues. Just check on me genuinely. Meet my need, that real need. What brought me to Toastmasters? Those members had reasons for joining Toastmasters. People have different reasons. I've heard of a member that said, I came to Toastmasters for networking and I'm not getting that networking opportunity. I came to Toastmasters to, grow my leadership capacity. I came to learn communication. I came to learn how to craft speech, as easy as that. I came because I enjoy this environment and I just wanted to be around the right people. Are you able to respond to their need? So meeting that need, how do you meet the need? If someone said, I came to learn how to speak eloquently, are you creating the opportunity for that person to speak? I came to improve my leadership capability. Are you putting that person through the leadership rungs? Are you teaching the person the rudiments of leadership, carrying the person along? Okay. Then when it comes to responding to people's needs, everyone wants to feel valued. Everybody wants to feel that they belong. Then everyone, no matter how little, wants to feel recognized. Are you recognizing those people's progress, their contribution? I have a member in my team, one of our members, he's a mentor. He has people he mentors, but he goes out of his way to drop long messages for people. Maybe you spoke during the meeting and he wants to give you feedback. That goes a long way to recognize their progress. That contribution they made in the meeting, maybe like the last meeting I attended yesterday, the sergeant at arms, she's a guest. And she handled the session so well. We couldn't help it. We just kept appreciating that contribution she brought. Tell me, if she has to join Toastmasters, she already feels valued. She's already moved to, sign up as a member because she's been recognized. If you get to have situations where people really come out and say, I do not like this. I do not like this. Complaints are gift. As leaders, how do we handle it? How do we take on those complaints? Do we shove it off and feel that the people are not considerate? They don't know what you're going through. You suffer a lot. Imagine VPE having to prepare meeting agenda and you come to criticize the agenda. Do you know what I went through? Or you got the person's name typed wrongly. And VPE can say it was just an honest mistake, but the person took it personally. So you apologize. You make the person comfortable, address the situation. What are you doing? You're taking steps to retain that member, right? Everybody wants to have a sense of belonging. What are you doing as club leaders? No matter who the person is, remember, you would need 25 members to make up Smedley Distinguished. If you have 24, you can't be Smedley Distinguished. So that one person that you feel does not matter, you can walk over that one. Matters. You need everyone on the call. You need, even when you're 25, that sense of belonging. It will rub off on others. If one person feels you always shove the other person, the feeling is that you would do that to me another day. So what do? Have that standard that runs through and everyone feels that value. Very important. We've talked about anticipating. We've talked about engaging the members. We've even talked about those strategies, how to retain our members. I have this case study that will show him. Toastmaster Dukes. She joined Toastmasters. She was very happy. The first day she joined Toastmasters, she walked in. She had paid her dues online. She walked into the meeting. Like Madam President talked about the Toastmaster of the day holding the meeting and the general evaluator. She was excited about the Toastmaster of the day, how the person handled the meeting. She just kept smiling throughout the meeting. Let's go to after 18 months, her attendance declined. She stopped delivering speeches. Even the meeting roles she was taking, she just took the back seat. She would come for the meeting and sit at the rear. Why? Then came, okay, September is ahead. She says, I'm not renewing. The big question is, when did that club begin to lose Toastmaster and Dukes? We made excuses. She's not able to come. Did you engage? Did you even want to hear out if she's satisfied with all that is happening? What am I saying? At the point of renewal is not when the problem started. The signals were there, but we did not pay attention to the signal. So we pay attention to the signal before we get to the point of come and renew your dues. Renewing dues would be very easy if we have a thriving club. We know every member's ability. Everyone is feeling valued, recognized. They are getting value for what brought them to Toastmasters. You would not have a challenge at the renewal stage. Toastmasters, how do you now convert that intent to action? First of all, you notice that the club president told us that they started following up early. They were the first club in Division B to achieve smoothly distinguished. They started early. They worked as a team. You hear that one person was told, follow up on this one was told, follow up. They had a plan. There was collaboration. There was commitment. Do you know what would work again? How about sitting back and then when you have that plan, you start tracking your commitments weekly. I remember there was a time in my club that the leaders shared, they gave us names of people that have not even been coming for a while. Call them, check on them, follow up on them. I even mentioned to one of our leaders at the time, I said, just check on them. Don't wait for renewal season. Just check on them, drag them to come join the meeting, assign roles to them, let them take responsibility in the meeting. I failed somewhere. How did I fail? As area director then, I was following up with one of our clubs for them to make payments. Because I knew the member, I walked to her office. I asked her to help us renew. Of course, because she could not say no to me, she renewed the first time. I called again the second season. She helped us renew. The third time, she bailed on me. We did not offer value. All we wanted was her money. And that was a learning point for me. So yes, leaders, when it comes to follow-up, take it personally. You see, Madam President told us that she called people. I'm calling you as the president of Eagles Toastmasters Club. I need your support. Yes, Madam President, because you called, I'll do it. So that personal touch is very essential. It doesn't apply to only Madam President. Every other leader, even past leaders, you can follow up and support. Take it personal when it comes to this renewal. Make it a personal touch, and just don't go and be transactional, be relational. Check on the person genuinely. Be friendly with the person. But this part of friendliness and being relational, it should have started a long time ago. When you don't see them come for a meeting, reach out to them. Don't wait for the president alone. Don't wait for VPM alone. Reach out, even past leaders. We need your support. Reach out to those. Well, I've not seen you in a while. Where are you? This is your Toastmasters journey. You're not taking it serious. So, in fact, I've told Madam VP to give you a role. Let her assign a role to you. You're playing the role of our counter in the next meeting. You're dragging the person close. When it's time for renewal, it's easy peasy for you. You can make the payment process easy. Most clubs, I believe, we have now enabled the self-pay process. You can pay from your space, log into your profile and pay. That is good. These other parts where, you pay instrumentally. Of course, once you tidy it up, you heard her talk about treasurer that had good record keeping. Those things are possible. I've even heard a club use the phrase pay small. That works for your club. Every club cannot be the same. So see what works for your club. Bring them. Pick up the money. If they are paying monthly, you follow up, collect the monies monthly. What we want to do is that we want the cases in the amber and the red zones to be thinned out. We want to see our members fill up the green zone, the green light. That is where we want. We want committed members. Right now, we know that the target is September 30th. What action would we take up to achieve that? I recommend something. Try an exercise. Create a club renewal dashboard at your respective clubs. So this is where the club leadership works as a team. If you need to drag your past leaders to support you, you can bring them in. If you want to handle it yourself, you can handle it yourself. So at this point, you can track it on a weekly basis. Who are the people in green zone? Who are the people in amber zone? Who are the people in red zone? You know, you can track on a weekly basis. The idea is to move people from the red zone, from the amber zone towards the green zone. Can you do that? I say a big yes. These strategies are simple. They are easy to practice. Anticipate, engage, retain, and renew. Let's go, members. Can you do a 48-hour club action? Can you get on that plan? You can do it. Yes, we're not far from it now. Timer, please confirm. My clock says I am on 24 minutes. You say I am red. Where do I stand?
You still have 5 minutes.
Thank you. I needed to be sure of that. Thank you. Thank you. So we're keeping the same time. All right. My fellow leaders, our president, vice president education, this is possible. This is possible. What do you want to do first? Just go ahead and build your green, amber, red list. Who are the members in the green list? Yourself, but please keep them very close, appreciate them, recognize them all the time. The people in your amber zone, can we get to work and bring them out of the amber zone? Remember, when we talk about amber, there are different people there are people that are not sure they can afford the money genuinely. There are people that have just been slow, but you want to see the peculiar needs of those people and see how you can meet those needs. So we move them to the green zone. Then the people in the red zone, I'm not saying give up on them. I mean, if you want to start, you start with the known, right? So as you move through, check that red list. Can we really bring them out? Let it be that you tried everything. Because I noticed too in Toastmasters, there are people that will tell you, I just came to learn how to speak. And when they have completed one part, they go to sleep. But they still love what is done in Toastmasters. They love the sense of the community. So if you want to use the sense of the community to attract them, then go ahead. So what Madam President said, interestingly, it looks like she saw my slides. Assign 3 people. Assign 3 people each to yourselves, especially the leaders. Can you bring them out to they are at risk? That's the amber zone. Can you bring them out to the green zone? You can do it. You just need to start something. You can continue and follow up. And this is beyond September 30th. We don't want our members to struggle to meet up the deadline. We want our members to just keep it like a lifestyle. Enjoy doing it. When it comes to leadership, especially in Toastmasters, leadership is service. Selfless service. Yes, selfless. It's not about you, it's about your members. You have a goal in mind. Can you drive it through? Just to remind us that renewals are open currently for the next cycle, which is October 1. And the dues, unfortunately, have increased to $72. Can we do it? Yes. How do you do this when people are complaining? Please sell the value. Find useful ways to guide them so they come through. Yes, for your club to be in good standing after September 30th, you must have a minimum of 8 paid members. What does that mean? It means that the club exco would be the ones to lead the pack and we build further. The deadline is not your strategy. Your strategy is what will carry you through September 30th and just maintain a legacy of renewals in your respective clubs. How do we get about it? Anticipate, engage your members, retain those members, and get your renewals come easy. I have a number of points here. I could just run through it, but these are things I've already said in the slides. Your renewal, it's a leadership responsibility. Don't feel like it's administrative task. You're building up your leadership capacity while you do that. And then you can see that retention, it's a system, it's not an event. Imagine that you started getting your members retained by engaging them. You anticipated, know where they fall in, you engage them. You do those things that are expected in Toastmasters. What are those things? Moments of truth, you go back to it. By the time you run through all that, you will realize that retaining your members is a walk in the park. It's just a walk in the park. You will just keep growing your membership and retaining them. And then all we want to see is that all our clubs at the end of the mandate is reading green, 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 smoothly distinguished everywhere. We can do it. I mean it, and I say it again. We can do it. What will stop you from doing it? Nothing can stop you from doing it if you put yourself to it. What are we looking at? We need our members to grow, have a sense of belonging, feel recognized, and progress in their leadership journey. It's been a journey here. I will pause here and yield the reins to the moderator as we segue to the question and answer segment. Thank you. I yield the floor to you. Toastmaster Tijani Ibrahim. Thank you.
Wow, thank you very much. Thank you very much, our speaker. Thank you very much for this wonderful session. I have my notes here being filled. I've taken so much notes down. Yeah, please, let's give our speaker some appreciation. Throw in those emojis, please. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. Lithium Duke Soro, thank you for this session. Thank you for the insights. Yeah. Okay, let's please engage. For me, the highlight of this particular session, the tips I got, I've gotten one highlight, which is anticipate by identifying the issue through the use of green, amber, and red colors. And secondly, engage using the right conversation. Then thirdly, retain members responding to the real need. Then lastly, renew, starting with conversations early enough and convert intent into action. Wow, thank you very much for that session. Thank you. I believe we all have gotten some notes down on how we're going to go back to our clubs and engage and see how to strengthen our clubs and engage more so that we retain more members for our clubs. We want to see by the end of this mandate for clubs to birth new clubs. When we retain members and invite new members, the membership growth skyrockets and allows us to birth new clubs. Thank you very much for that. Now we're moving smoothly into the question and answer session. Before then, I've seen a comment. I would like to just go through the comment for our speaker. Okay, the comment says, I like the action plan. It makes the membership look far more than a money matter. Thank you, our leader. So thank you. So kindly, we're into the question and answer session. The session will run for 10 minutes. Please kindly ask your question if you want more insights or you want to get some more explanations on those matters that have been discussed. You can raise your hand to indicate and speak, or you can drop down your question in the chat box so that we can read it through and speaker is here to answer those questions. Once again, the session will run for 10 minutes. Thank you. Please bring in those questions.
Okay. I have a question.
Okay, thank you very much. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much. I would like to appreciate distinguished Toastmaster Kilsoro. I wish I heard this kind of message when I was the president of my club. Identify people in the green zone, the yellow zone, the red zone. It's so explanatory and it's so relative. Those are things that we can relate with in our everyday life. My question would be on what of as a club president or a club officer, VP, you are the one struggling with renewal. Sometimes we talked about how we have to help our members to renew. What about you yourself? You are the one struggling with renewal. The problem could be financial, the problem could be psychological, maybe God forbid that a child is sick at home, maybe God forbid that you have a problem with your boss at work and your finances is just maybe 1419 just to do to you and cleared all the money in your account and you are just low. And you are the one that's supposed to help other people. How does the helper get help? Or what does the helper do to get help? Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Fumi. So I'm going to I will be brief with that response. When we come to Toastmasters in our respective clubs, I believe there's a sense of belonging that we have. I know Toastmaster Polabe in my club. I know that Toastmaster Polabe will pay his dues when when due. And then something goes wrong. He's struggling with one thing or the other, he's not able to pay. What is the sense of community doing? You can genuinely come together quietly behind the scene. That's why we have one another. Yes, I might be struggling as president and I'm able to pay, and then Walabe is vice president education, but I'm able to work with the team. There's always a way. Why do I say so? The sense of community will come to play. And even at that, Toastmaster Paul Abbey, you still have to show that commitment, that interest in making that payment. Somehow we'll just find a way of helping one another. In my opinion, I might not be totally right. But if Toastmaster Paul Abbey says he can't pay, right, there's a lacuna already because he's not going to be able to push the Toastmaster Wahab, that is a member of the club, to pay. But if we are able to see it early, it's a process. The drift doesn't come at once. So you're able to identify, just Master Paul, you're so quiet today. Or, some of my club members after meeting, they have meeting after meeting. You hear people say they go to enjoy bottles of understanding. In those moments, you see this guy is not himself. You can put your hands and pull him up in whatever capacity you can do it. But the sense of community would always come to bear. I've seen members support members and things just get brushed up and we go on. But let's have that sense of responsibility to one another. We're a team. It might not be easy for me today, but tomorrow it would be easy and I can even support more than 5 people at the same time. Sense of community is very important. That's why we come and we network amongst us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, DTM Fumi, I hope that the speaker has answered your question. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. We're still waiting for your questions. Please kindly indicate by raising your hand or typing in the questions in the chat box. Okay, I can see Toastmaster Abdul Malik Ladan raising his hand. Please, Toastmaster Abdul Malik.
Thank
Yeah,
you, the
over to you.
moderator. Confirm I'm audible, please.
Yeah, you're audible. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Nduke. The presentation was apt. I have learned so much. My concern is you have mentioned some strategies to keep members engaged. The green, the yellow, and the red. So I'm just looking at how easy it will be for presidents to keep a tab on all the members of the club. Because I'm trying to fathom it in my head. I've been a president and I can tell you for free that it has not been easy. We've had this, keep a tab on all your members, know how they are doing, so that it's not only when it's renewal time that you begin to ask, come and pay your money. Let it be that you are in touch with them. We always hear this. But when you have 25, 30 people, some of which don't even show up, keeping a tab every time on them, it's not really easy. Can you advise us how you did it when you are the club president or the area director? Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for that sincere question. It can be easy, but first, my would I use the word my mantra, my favorite quote, if it is to be, it is up to me. I'm determined to succeed. I will succeed. You need to be intentional about it. One. Then, sometimes it's not even in the calling all the time. As little as recognizing those people's birthdays and celebrating them in the WhatsApp group, it goes a long way to give them a sense of belonging. And then you can just have one of your ESCO meetings. You just sit down and say, can we split? You won't do it on your own. Can we split amongst ourselves and reach out? My club president a week ago reached out to me that there's a member that is struggling. She has not been coming for meeting. She's like, okay, help me reach out to this person. She's been having challenges with her business. I reached out to her and I'm sure she told a number of people to reach out to her. The day she's called upon, she would gladly show up that, oh, these people appreciate me. Another person, she reached out to me yesterday, please reach out to your mentee. I noticed he's not doing well. I now showed her my chat that 2 days ago, I just sat down and said, how are you doing? So president alone might not be able to do it. So that brings everyone's responsibility to bear. Our mentors, you can also help. Your mentee that has been delivering his speeches, sharing his speeches with you, all of a sudden he's not sharing. Check on him. How are you? How is it going? What's the next project? It's a collective responsibility, Mr. President. Hold your leaders tight. All those your mentors in the club, your past leaders, don't joke with them. The support you would glean from them is immeasurable, but it is a collective responsibility. But as much as possible, Mr. President, hold your shop, know what you want, and you will just realize even the universe will gather the resources and the people to help you achieve that goal. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Did you mute your microphone? Sam Tijani.
Okay. Okay, pardon me. Yes, I muted. I forgot I muted. Thank you very much for answering that question. We have answered 2 questions so far. Please kindly throw in your questions. We still have some few time left. So far, we're seeing that the speaker has had given us a very rich session, because when the detailing of the explanations and the insights are really clear, then questions don't arise. So we have only 2. Please throw in
It's
your
either of the
questions.
two. Maybe the lesson was not understood, so no need to even ask questions.
Okay, as a remark from me, I really enjoyed and I understood everything clearly. I would have asked a question if I didn't understand some areas. So thank you very much for that session. Okay. Timer, how are we doing with time? How many minutes is remaining, please?
So we had 10 minutes for this session and we just exhausted the 10 minutes.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Okay. I'm seeing DTM Paul. I'll be raising his hand. Okay, go ahead, DTM Paul.
Well done, Madam Facilitator. Mine is a consign, not even, I agreed it will start from here. But if you look at the attendance this evening, I will tell you that 90% of the people who are supposed to be on this job of marketing and retaining members are not in this training. And you're as good as what you know. So it's a consign for all of us. How do we get across to these persons? Because knowledge is power. And no matter how it is, look at these beautiful sessions from the testimonials and from what we have delivered. They are not here. So how do you do it? Because it's like we're just pouring water on duck's back. So it's not, it's a big concern for me. I don't know. I just wish that I can use this forum to discuss that. You mobilize people, 3 divisions, average population of close to 1 million. We have less than 30 persons here. So that is 0.000. My mathematics is not so good, but I'm sure it's 0.00.0. I don't know. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, DTM Paul, for that comment. You see, this is kind of an evaluation for the session. And this is what Toastmasters is all about. We observe and notice things and evaluate. So I went through the attendees and I can see what you're saying. Yeah, so I hope the convener and those that are, we have a record, the session is recorded. So I don't know if that will help. We can share in our various divisions so that those that were unavoidably absent here can run through the replay. And perhaps that will inform those that are not here with us. Yeah, we have only 35 members. When we started, we were like 40. It fluctuated, and now we're 35. Yeah, the session is meant for club leaders, and the club leaders that are here are not much. We have just few club leaders here. I'm seeing some few presidents. I'm seeing few VPEs, and that's all. Okay, thank you very much for that comment, DTM Paul. We've taken notes, and we'll try and see how we're going to share the replay. Yeah, so that they can actually get to see the session as in form of a replay. Okay, I can see that the timer is showing the red card. Timer, our time is up, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
It's not up. You're on the amber. The time is not up.
No, the reason why I asked, I remember he raised red when the speaker was speaking, and he notified us that she has 5 minutes. So I wanted to just confirm if we have some time left with the red card. Okay, so thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for your questions. Thank you, our facilitator, our speaker, for this wonderful session. Yeah, membership retention continues to be what is the most important thing in clubs, because club is the foundation of Toastmasters. Everything happens in the club level before going upwards to the area, district, and division. Thank you for that session. Now, this brings us to the end of our sessions for this evening. We have, before we leave, I want to give us a quote or shares a thought for us to take home. Membership renewal is not just about asking members to pay, as our facilitator has emphasized. It is about creating enough value for them to want to stay. So let's take that in and yes, let's use that as a strategy for us to implement in our various clubs. So thank you very much once again. Now we're going to appreciate those that have joined us. I can see so many leaders here. We have district leaders, division leaders, we have area leaders here present as well, and club leaders. Thank you very much for showing up and being with us in this wonderful session. So now I would like to hand over to our after-work coordinator for the next brief session that is going to hold, which is the poll and announcements. Our coordinator is a business and organizational psychologist, an executive coach and management consultant. She is the CEO of Best Minds Consult Limited and founder of the Funmi Omotosho Foundation. In Toastmasters International, she serves as Program Quality Director, West, Division D, District 130, and Anglophone Afterwork Coordinator, which is this platform, in District 130. Her favorite quote is by Henry Ford: "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right." Ladies and gentlemen, let's please invite officially our convener, the distinguished Toastmaster, Funmi Omotosho. DTM Funmi.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Tijani Ibrahim, the president of Burial Toastmasters Club. Thank you for moderating this session so professionally. Let's appreciate our moderator, Mr. TMOD, for today with beautiful emojis. Let's just appreciate it. We can go to the chat room and send him a love letter. Thank you, Toastmaster Ibrahim Tijani. Thank you very much for just moderating the session so professionally. It's not time for votes of thanks, but I cannot go to the next stage without appreciating our speaker. She allowed us to glean from a wealth of experience. So much nuggets. I was able to take some notes that I put in the chat room. Members don't renew because it's time for renewal. They renew because of the value they keep getting. And as members, as leaders, as Toastmasters, it's good to identify the members who are in different zones: green, yellow, and red. That is so unforgettable. Thank you so very much. We don't have a survey poll tonight, but I'd like us to listen very attentively to the following announcements, because we have one or two important announcements. And the first one is that we are going to be henceforth, we are pleased to confirm that the district has decided to recognize and reward divisions for their mobilization and participation in the afterworks. At the beginning of each quarter, awards will be presented to the divisions with the highest participation, as we have done at the beginning of the term in July. And I'm going to also crave the indulgence of the division. It's not only for highest participation, it is also, it is also for personal attendance. I know that there are some people that have not missed this after work once since we started. It's very encouraging. It's very laudable. So I would also ask the division that they should look for people who are consistent in attending, so that they will not just come and help populate another division, but their own personal attendance should also be appreciated. And I want to say thank you to everyone. And thank you, Toastmaster Polabe DTM, for that observation. I thought there'll be so many VPMs here because it's a season of renewal. By September 30, they will have the deadline. So we are going to share it, and I think henceforth the PQDs are the ones that share on the platforms. Maybe we will now look at target. We'll target maybe the VPN's platform should have been put on the VPN platform and reminders sent to them. And area directors, division directors, PQDs, please, we have to do this together. All hands have to be on deck. No man is an island, just like DTM Usoro told us this evening. She said that networking, collaborating is what helps. Then I would like to inform us that the next TLI after work is taking place on Monday, I beg your pardon, 14th of September 2026. And the topic is Pathways Without Stress, helping members make effective progress. The division that will be hosting is Division C, and our speaker would be Distinguished Toastmaster Damilare Olaniyan. So the next TLI masterclass is taking place on Thursday, 17th September, and the topic is artificial intelligence. You don't want to miss that. Increasing efficiency in communication, leadership, daily work, and project management. Then I would like to remind us, leaders, presidents, area directors here, have you submitted your club success plan? Have you submitted your area success plan? Please, let's continue to do the needful as we grow as a division. How many of us enjoyed that first place, the best district in the whole world in the last? I saw the video from Vancouver, Canada, and I was so mesmerized. District 130 being the first district worldwide. We don't want to drop the ball. We don't want to slack. And it begins with all these little steps that we take. Please, let's continue to be committed. Let's continue to be proactive. Let's not play catch up. When we slack, then when the time comes to start trying to play catch up, try to rush things. Let's just be very deliberate. Thank you so very much, everyone. And it's my great honor and delight to invite to the virtual lectern a lady, one of the first people that got here this evening. This lady is so dedicated to the cause of Toastmasters, and I won't lie to you, I'm very, very mesmerized by her sense of diligence, her sense of duty. She came here before most people got here today. Who am I talking about? This beautiful lady is a certified project manager and operations leader. She works in the development sector. She's passionate about leadership, stakeholder engagement, and impactful communication. She's very inspired by refining her public speaking skills, and her favorite quote is by Richard Strauss. The human voice is the most beautiful instrument of all, but it is the most difficult to play. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome with a rousing round of applause our toast proposal tonight. I wanted to say distinguished. Okay, so distinguished. Distinguished Toastmaster Zinat Adamu. You're welcome.
Thank you very much, DTM Fumi. I'm not a DTM yet, but I'm working towards that. Thank you very much for that warm welcome. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. I don't think we have a guest on the call. So I'd like for everyone to please have a glass ready for our toasts. Just give us a couple of seconds to have our cups. And please Let's have our cameras on so we can see each other. I have my zobo in the cup, so I'm ready. Okay, so here we go. But first, I'd like to appreciate DTM Induki for that beautiful session. To our amazing coordinator, our moderator, and to everyone who puts in the effort to have this after work session be a success. Let us raise a toast to increasing membership across all our clubs and to retaining our members. Today's session reminded me of why we push ourselves after work to be here, to improve ourselves and become better resources for our clubs. Most importantly, I want to take a moment to reflect on the bigger picture of our journey. Our growth does not happen in isolation. It occurs because our incredible structure, passion, and spirit of our districts supports us. So tonight, I want to express my profound gratitude and encouragement to our entire network, to Division C, D, and G. Thank you for your unwavering commitment to excellence. And to District 130, thank you for guiding us with vision, providing a platform for our aspirations, and uniting us under one powerful mission. You push the boundaries for what a club can achieve and create a competitive yet deeply supportive environment where every member can thrive. Ladies and gentlemen, Toastmasters, please raise your glasses with me. Here's to the dedication of Division C, D, and G, and to the soaring spirit of District 130. May our shared journey continue to inspire success, unlock
Amen.
potential, and foster
Amen.
lifelong connections. Cheers. Cheers,
Cheers.
everybody.
Insane. Insane.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Zina Tadamu, for proposing the toast with so much camaraderie. Thank you, everyone that has been here, that has started with us. Some did not start, but you are still here tonight. I would like to say thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone. Words are not enough to say thank you. And I would like to now specially appreciate our speaker, DTM Unduke Usoro. It was the Roman philosopher Cicero that said, gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all virtues. Thank you, DTM Ndukwe Soro. We appreciate you. Thank you for allowing us to glean from your wealth of experience. We were mesmerized. Please permit us to share the slides, even the recording, with people that did not come so that we can all gain. It is an unforgettable experience for me. Thank you very much, madam. We appreciate it. Continue to do the good work you are doing in the districts as the chair of education, is the education committee for the district. And I know that by the time we are done, we would have grown from in leaps and bounds. Thank you very much. I would like to appreciate all these workers today, all the role players, starting from Toastmaster Wahab Badamosi, who called the meeting to order, and our moderator. Wow, Toastmaster Tijani Ibrahim, thank you so much. Toastmaster Onyinyechi, accurate timekeeper, thank you so very much. Toastmaster Zenat Adamu, thank you for proposing the toast. Toastmaster Joy Ojakovo, wow, so many nuggets. I had to just check the chat room for some of the things that I jotted from how they became the first Smelly Distinguished Club, how they rallied one another, rally around one another, and they made it. What about our logistics manager for the district, DTM Isa Madugu? Thank you very much, sir. Our hosts for tonight. Thank you. Oh, wow. Our leader is here, DTM Hassan Amadu Nameri. Would you like to let's see your handsome face, DTM Nameri, before we round up? We are rounding also. Thank you, everyone. Oh, wow. Just say one word to us. One word. I know we are far behind, but we'd like to hear your voice. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. That's Sunditia Polabi. Thank you, everyone, for being everyone that has been here. We have so many division directors here. The division director of Division G, DTM Sadiq Mansuru. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for leading the pack, and thank you for the words of encouragement you gave us at the beginning of the meeting. Thank you, everyone. The PQD, the TM Gidado. Thank you, everyone, for being here. We cannot thank you enough. We have so many division directors here. Division director Ibinabo Ibo is here. I'm trying to look through. Just to say thank you, everyone. See you next time. We are going to do better next time by God's grace with attendance. And I just want us to say three. You know, the way we say it in Nigeria for Division G, G for greatness, three Bosas. Bosa, 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 G for greatness. G for goodness, G for godliness, G for grace, G for greater heights, G for the greatest, G, all-time G. We appreciate
Madam
G.
Coordinator.
G for genius. Wow.
Madam Coordinator.
I like that. Thank you, Division G. We appreciate you.
You are just enjoying yourself.
Toastmaster Usoro DTM, thank you for staying here till this last minute with us. Thank you. We appreciate everyone. Have a pleasant night. Good night. It's a Polabe, Elder.
Madam Coordinator, you see, look at the time. This is time for the other room.
Good
night,
you
guys,
everyone. Good night.
See how I keep us there till almost 10 o'clock. It is well, oh. How many hours is after work?
You're on your own, no?
Okay, now.
Yeah.